Constructal law is it's not a new theory. It's almost going to approach its 30th year of at least not discovery, but like in print, right? You published in 1996 about it, although you've been thinking about it beforehand. And I'm just wondering, how has it evolved since you first proposed it? And have there any been major shifts in your understanding? Are there unsolved questions? Floor is yours.
I yes, that's a good point to bring. I evolved, because I question everything that I say, but also everything that I hear. Uh, I'm not a rock thrower. I'm not, breaking windows. I think science is a lot of it is here to stay, especially coming from the engineering point of view, clearly. Um, but science is to be questioned, and but also the people around the so-called scientists uh, deserve uh, deserve attention. So yes, in the beginning, just like I was saying earlier, Sigmund Freud, ignorant, I was using words that were common in engineering, such as optimizing. I was using word design without questioning it. Um, and uh, and I was using not law but theory. I would say constructive theory, up and down, And then in 2003, this idea made the cover of the French popular science magazine called Science et Vie uh, in November, and that was a big thing in France. And I was invited. Uh, so I was invited by this magazine to be interviewed, and then there were several speeches I was invited to give, and at one of them was a professor of philosophy, a French woman, elderly, from the University of Amiens, north of Paris. Angèle Kremer Marietti, her name was. She passed away about 5 years ago, and she took me to school. Said, no, yeah, what you have here is not a. She told me the difference between law and theory. You have here a law, and a law is one, and one, and the theories are many. There are as many domains, biology, hydrology, in which you invoke the law in order to predict what something should be. Yeah,
Repeat that.
I'll tell you. The law, or the so-called principle on a continent, they speak of the le principe. Uh,
Hmm.
the 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 law is one. This is the constructor law, but and which is of course about a mental viewing. Hello. Um, if you know the law, you know how something should be. If you think of the law while you look at a cat or a river or something else that inspires you. But the law is one, and you have the statement, okay? But then, if you want to tell others to predict the future of something they have not thought of before, such as a snowflake or lightning or an airplane as a morphing flow system that it's a flying carpet for people. If you want to predict something like that by invoking the law, then your prediction is the theory of the airplane, or the theory of the snowflake, or the theory of the constructed theory of the evolution of shirts, or something, or paintings, or you name, on and on and on, or traffic signs, and you get the idea. So
Yes.
the law is one, the theories, meaning constructed law is one, constructed theories are many, and that was a proverbial bingo, that first of all, I was educated by her, but I was also liberated. I figured out immediately that I had to get away from using old words that I was misusing, you see. So I was pushed into a room in which I was correcting myself, and I stopped. Yeah, I stopped speaking nonsense. And I've been trying to do that kind of self-correcting ever since. Now, if you watch the videos of how I teach, because I teach a course about, I've been teaching this course for 30 years. Now I talk about the design in nature up and down, design in nature, which is the facts. And then I surprise the student with the answer to the question of, do you know how to predict what I just described to you? And here's now the lesson of how Adrian 30 years ago was beginning with predicting all sorts of things, you know. Now, now I'm beginning with the answer to why is this important to me? Well, it is because of the so-called environment. That's design in nature. You
Okay.
want to hear about the environment? Yes, I'll give you environment, okay? But I can also predict it. You want to talk about sustainability? Sure, I'll give you sustainability, but I will also predict its future, you see.
Right. So this is how it's shifted, as it went
Yes,
from
yes, yeah. I made myself more honest, more a better speaker, a better artist, and I think a funnier professor, funnier. You know, humor helps. Uh, I uh, I feel liberated. I and and I laugh when I notice that during all this time, not a single person, and they certainly don't love me, not a single person has refuted the constructor law. Uh,
congratulations.
yeah, what I see is one remake after another. There are also, especially physicists and biologists, who begin to talk this way, as if uh, as if they came up with this kind of point of view.
Right,
And
but it's like a diluted version, right?
yeah, but the least they should do is cite me, but they don't. You see,
Yeah,
uh,
that's a different story.
that's a very common story. Very common story. Uh, anyway, and that's the reality. Uh, listen, I have a student showing up in exactly 13 minutes, so I better start breathing to go to the bathroom, to the toilet. Um, I'm at your disposal, Robert. If you want to keep talking, I'll talk to you forever. By the way,
Okay,
by
sounds
the way,
good.
I just thought of something very useful to you. You should keep track of all these things that are emerging between us. You are among the many people who interviewed me, the one who came with critical questions. Critical questions. Yes, you look at all these things that I asked you to write. Okay, uh, you're in the best position to write a a critical view on about our discussion, meaning what you learned or what readers of what you write will or learn. It should be about you, your view of design in nature or reality. For by the way, one that will be most useful for your career, but you're the one who is the most equipped to be critical as you write about this content. Uh, Adrian is biased, you know. I've done it. I've written many review papers of my own domain. I don't do that anymore. Uh,
Okay.
but you have your career in front of you. You are equipped. Obviously, you have interviewed me. You can quote, but that's up to you how you do it. But the way that you put things on top of other things is yours, and the audience in Miami will benefit from a speaker and a writer who presents the current state of this particular field of thinking.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
Yeah, but that story is yours, you know.
I know what you mean, and I appreciate that a lot, by the way.
And by the way, this is the way to be in life. When you become a professor, it's always about it's only about you.
And your ideas.
Hmm. Do not be a follower.
It's hard to do that. Uh,
It's okay to be individual. I mean, unique, critical. Obviously, not an insulting one, but a person who asks questions while going along or going against. You know.